So I hope that felt good. I think it's just kind of a moment between these two. Both of them have this one thing in common.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Trying to let some light in the house. But today is Monday, January 9th. And today is the first day in 3 weeks that I have had the house to myself. I told you all that the kids went back to school last week. I went back to work last week. Well, hubby had an additional week off, and so he's just now going back. So the house is actually going to be quiet for the first time in 3 weeks. Maybe I can get some stuff done. But yeah, so it is Monday morning. I need to go down to the basement and try to get a workout in before I have to log in. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling nothing today. I am moving so slow. I actually don't feel that well. My tummy's not feeling that well. But we're going to press through and try to get this workout in anyway, because that's the thing about being consistent. You don't always want to. You're not always going to want to. But the work and the payoff is going to show up in the consistency. The payoff and the reward is going to show up in the consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in spite of how I feel. And the next time I jump on here, I want to show you guys something that I thought would be kind of a funny video to share, or funny footage to share. Today's the first day of rehearsal for our new show at the theater. So I have my theater bag all packed up, and I thought it would be fun to show you what I carry in my theater bag. I know I enjoy what's in my bag videos, and if you're anything like me, you enjoy them too. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to share what's in my theater bag. So let me go ahead and get this workout in, and the next time I pick up the camera, we'll go through my theater bag. All right, y'all, see you in a minute. It looks crooked. Hope it's straight. Okay, hey y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this what's in my theater bag segment. So the bag that I'm carrying is this Dooney & Burke tote. And you guys, I am no good when it comes to my bags and the styles and the names and all that. I don't keep up with all that, so I can't tell you specifically what style this is. But I usually alternate between this bag because it does it fits quite a bit. I alternate between this one and a backpack. And so sometimes I'll get kind of bored halfway through the run and I'll switch it up, but I'm going to start this run in this tote bag. So let's get into it. First, what I have in here that I'll go ahead and pull out and get out of the way is my MacBook. I use this for everything, for taking notes, for providing sound cues, for keeping up with our production calendar, everything. I do everything digitally, but I also make hard copies of certain information and I keep it in my binder. And so that's what I'll show you next, but let's get the MacBook out of the way. So here is my binder with the script in it. And so this production that we're working on right now is called Fairview. This is my stage manager binder. I am the stage manager for this production. I think I shared with you that for the last production we worked on, I was the director. So I'm excited to be back in the booth as stage manager for this one. And so this binder is my Bible. It's going to be everybody's Bible for this run, because I'm going to have all kind of important information in here related to the show, the blocking, the stage cues, the light cues, all of that good stuff. And so the way that I have it sectioned off is I have the script is what's first in the binder, and then I have these sections for the scene breakdown, design, meaning set design, lights, sound design, costumes, all of the design items will go here. And then I've got contact sheet and sign in for our actors. I've got whatever dramaturgy material is going to be provided to the actors, and that's basically like background research for the play. And then some separate instructions for the stage management booth for myself. So that's how I have the binder organized. And then over here on this side, I've got some forms that I need the actors to fill out on the first day of rehearsal, which is today. So this is going to be their costume information and sizes, and then contact information. So that is the Bible. So let's get that out of the way. Next, what I have, kind of show you what it's looking like now that I've taken those two big things out of here. Next up, what I have is this is my highlighter, flag, pens, pencils, all of that pouch, all of those miscellaneous needs. So I've got all of the different color flags that I like to use, because as we are going through the script, for example, tonight I will start marking where props are needed, where light and sound cues are needed, and I use different color flags for that. I have the charger for my MacBook, and then I like this little pouch because it has this little compartment that folds down for my favorite highlighters and pens and stuff. And then everything else is just kind of jumbled up in here. But yeah, this is my little miscellaneous highlighter, flag, pen, pencil pouch. So that is that. All right, next what I have in here, let me get this out of the way. So my mom, love her two pieces. I still get Christmas stockings even as an adult child in my late 40s. I love her to pieces. I still get Easter baskets and all of that. But anyway, this was one of the things that was in my stocking this year. And so I'm going to share with the cast and crew. I'm going to take it down and just sit it on my desk for rehearsals and let people just get snacks and sweets as they need them. So I'm taking that down. Another thing, let me get this out of the way because this is pretty random. My friend and director, for the last play that we worked on, we discovered that we had the same lamp. It was a lamp that I brought in to be used as a prop, and we ended up breaking the lamp during the run of the show. And so I no longer need these light bulbs that went with the lamp, but she mentioned to me that she had that same lamp at home. So I'm gonna bring her these extra light bulbs that specifically go to that lamp since I no longer need them. As stage manager, a lot of times you'll need other miscellaneous things, especially once we get into dress rehearsals. So I've got some safety pins here. I've got a little mini sewing kit, a filing board, some hairpins. On this side, just a couple of Band-Aids, a little bit of first aid, some hairpins. We have at the theater, we have a stage manager kit that has all of this stuff in there and more, but I just like to have just a little bit of these necessities in my bag where it's within reach at all times and I don't have to go looking for the kit. So this is just kind of like a little emergency kit with Band-Aids and wardrobe malfunction stuff. So I keep that in there, especially since it's pretty thin. And I can't remember where I got this from, but I like the fact that it's really thin and will fit in my bag. Another thing I like to have on my little desk area, my little working area, is these post-it notes. And so I've got a new pack of just some random post-it notes of different sizes, your regular square size, and then I've got some flags over here. I got a smaller size post-it and a larger. And so I like to just keep these in my little workstation in case I need a flag, a certain area of the script. Even though I got 1,000 colored flags, I just like to be as prepared as possible. Other people may need to make a quick note in their script, and so I'll have these post-it notes available for that. I've got this in here as a reminder. This is just a piece of stationery and the matching envelope. One of our dear actors and friends is going to be auditioning for grad school for his MFA, which is a Master of Fine Arts. And he's going to be auditioning at Yale, and he's going to be auditioning at some very prestigious School of the Arts. And so I've been just kind of encouraging him, and he asked me to write a little something out on a piece of paper where he could keep it with him during his auditions. And so I'm going to write a little prayer out for him and put it in this envelope, and that way he'll be able to take it with him when he goes on his auditions. So I'm excited to be able to do that for my friend. I've got some random hand sanitizer, even though we keep plenty of it at the theater. Some tissues in case anybody needs them. In this pocket, I've got various pens, pencils, piece of trash, but I've got extra pens, pencils, extra gum, and that is in that pocket. In this pocket is just another pack of gum in case anybody needs it. What else is in here? More gum. We like to keep fresh breath, right? And on this side, I've got an extra mask, and I've got extra cough drops and more cords for my speaker. Here's like a little face or personal wipe, whatever you need it for. But mostly in here is just cough drops. Oh, I do have a random perfume bottle. Hygiene is very important when you're working together and all up on each other. Want your breath to smell good and your body to smell good. But yeah, it's just random cords in here and a bunch of random cough drops and mints. So that is in that pocket. And then last but not least, oh, I need to keep this. There's a little front flap with a couple of extra masks. At least they'll stay a little bit cleaner in here. I need to put them in a baggie. Anyway, last but not least is another very important pouch that I keep in my theater bag. It's all empty now, except for those pens and pencils. This is my, I don't want to call it my emergency pack, but this is how I make it through the night. This is how I make it through rehearsals. In here, I've got tea bags and coffee creamers and sugar and honey and stuff like that. And I also have the necessary ingredients to make hot toddies. So the director and I are really good friends. We're really good drinking buddies, right? And so sometimes after rehearsals, maybe after a particularly tough rehearsal, we might have a hot toddy together before we go home for the night. So here are my tea bags. Like I said, I've got different varieties. My favorites are mint, peppermint, spearmint. What is that? Yeah, this is spearmint. So I like peppermint, spearmint. I also like peach. And here is just a lemon black tea. These are all perfect teas to make hot toddies with. I also have extra lime packets. I have extra lime packets to put in your tea, and then extra honey packets. And then I have these little miniature bottles of whiskey. And this is another thing that my mom puts in my Christmas stocking every year. I get little miniature bottles of whiskey. So I have these, and I also, in the last play that I did, the one previous to this one, much of the action centered around the kitchen table where the characters were sitting around just kind of shooting the shit, jaw-jacking and drinking whiskey together. And so that was my closing night gift to the cast, was a little miniature bottle of whiskey and a shot glass with the play title on it. So if you saw that last video, I think that might have been 2 videos ago where I was putting those gift bags together, then you may have seen other little miniature bottles of whiskey. So we have plenty little miniature bottles of whiskey. My favorite is Apple Crown. This was Apple Jim Beam. And then, yeah, so this is my little emergency pack. I've got coffee creamers in here for when we need to make coffee at the theater. All we have there is regular creamer. We don't have any flavored ones, so I like to bring flavored coffee creamers with me. And then I also try to keep 1 packet of soup with me. For example, today I told you earlier that my stomach is just not not well today, and so I'm gonna end up having soup for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna actually take some with me, but just in case I ever forget my dinner for the night, I like to have a packet of soup where I can just warm up some water in the microwave, add this soup mix to it, and I'll be good to go. Because I don't like to eat dinner once I get home from rehearsal because it's too late. That's too late in the evening, and you know, we trying to do better. So that is my little my little rehearsal pouch, emergency pouch, for when we are spending long nights at the theater, trying to get it in. All of my different teas and honey and coffee creamer, everything I might need, everything to keep myself comfortable and ready to go. So that's all that I have in my theater bag. So I'm gonna get this packed back up and get ready for rehearsal tonight, and I'll see you in the next clip.